good. Wow, music indeed. It fits the theme. What we always talk about, and epicness of what I do, which is oil painting. Oil painting, I'm a painter. Let's do it. QFX, what's up, man? Subchuck2, what's up? Which one are you in WoW, Subchuck? Subchuck. Is that a heretic? Maybe? I'm here. Shirimiya! Yes! Could have used you last night. I totally crashed out. I was in a really bad mood. A really bad mood. It got dark. I'm not gonna lie. It was dark. I was angry. I was mean. I think I just need more sleep or something. I need to chill. Ah! It's Evely. That's right, Evely. What's up, man? It's been a while. Yeah. What's up, Shakuri? Reek. I haven't checked your painting out. I love the way you did that lemon. The grapes, I think I told you to work the grapes up. But yeah, I don't know if you did or didn't. I haven't checked in a couple days. QFX. Oh man, I got destroyed last night. Evelyn and Chicken Joy, yeah. How's she doing? I'm sorry, Val. They're everywhere here, but the jelly is not purple like cartoons. I can help you with grapes. I'll show you how to do grapes at some point. I might do a demonstration. Do I have any here? It would be, let me check something really quick. Sometimes I thought I had some props, some grape props. If we do, I can always do a demonstration. So it's not here. I'll see it back here. I have done grapes before. I'm pretty sure I do have grape props. Yes, yes, I do. Ha ha! I will do an impeccable demonstration for you. You know, we'll see what I get done today on this painting, but check this out. Now these suffice for what we would need them for. They actually look pretty real, but I would be able to get the point across. And the cool thing about this is that there's like some areas on it that are like kind of frosted and some that aren't. So you can get that kind of like opaque look with it in some areas, and then the wet look in other areas. It's a great way of learning how to paint grapes. I'll show you how to do it. It's not hard, really. It's just drawing and then about 3 basic values or so with the proper color in it. I'll take a look at your painting and I'll select the grapes, and then I'll do a quick demonstration or something for you. You don't want to do grapes. Trust me. It's not this song again. Okay. I've done grapes before. It's not that bad. I'm going intentionally pretty thin with this. I'm just trying to get like a basic base, I guess, down. And then I can go into it a little bit more. Personally, I hand selected these brushes. Let me, oh, I can use this. Oil it out just a little bit up here. This is sinking in quite a bit. I fix that. Right. Right. Oh, by the way, I think the quality of the stream should be decent, right? And it's closer to reality. See, I figured it out since last time. I don't just complain about things, shockingly enough. I actually do something about them. And I fixed it. This stream right now is probably about 5 seconds behind reality. Or 10. But we're close. Much closer than 30 seconds. That was unacceptable. Okay. Fixed it. You see? Men. Okay. Oh my gosh, you can't say that. Your shirt is so faded, it's like the same as your skin almost. I'm wearing a shirt? Yeah, I know. It's nice. The thing is, it's a nice soft shirt, and it feels like I'm not really wearing a shirt, and those are the best types of shirts. You should see my Sunday clothes. My Sunday clothes are essentially all holes. They're all worn out, very broken in, extremely broken in. Like, insanely broken in. That's what it is. Right? That is what it is. That is what it is. Okay. This. It is extremely broken in. The last shoes that I like, these shoes I got several years ago. You see them? Okay. But before then, the shoes that I like, it had been over a decade, I think, since I bought shoes or something like that. And I went into the store, and because my family made me go, they said get new shoes. I said okay. Went in, and it drew a crowd. Everybody was staring at me. In fact, the person behind the counter, he's like, do you mind if I take a look at your shoes? He's like, this is edition 2. I was like, okay. He's like, we're on 14 now. I was like, okay, all right, cool. So I make them work, you know. Look, you know, you gotta, like, I do not throw stuff away very easily. I just don't. I don't throw stuff away that easily. Let me get something really quick. I didn't think I would need this, but I do actually, which is my grays to tone down the greens because the chroma is a little bit too high, right? It's a little bit too high. Shoes apparently do have additions. They're like famous. Beard sneakers. Sneaker nerds, sneaky nerds. These are edition 2. You may not be aware, sir, but those are so old you're sitting on a collector's fortune here. Apparently people kill for certain shoe editions. I don't know, man. It was really old. It's like it has Sounds like it has as much delay now as your arena inputs. Shut up. You should wear one of those six-pack shirts. Just want to paint cool grays on you. No, I haven't seen it. Did y'all post them? I want to see it. Which, by the way, when are you streaming next? I need to catch your stream. I'm just always running around is my problem. Like when I'm not here. Here is the time where I'm like, this is almost my break. This pretty much is my break. Why did I get that? Doesn't matter, I'll use it. Okay, DM me when you go live, okay. That works. There you are. My mid-tone value. In between. Mix. In my Discord. Let me check. It's becoming too high. Chroma is too high. Sheriff Daddy. What's he saying though? Where did you, Shuttermeal, where did you post them? In general? Okay. Scroll up. There's a lot of them.
And no, it's not a bar. Oh my god. I've been watching Lewis's bar drawings, and I've just been like, no, dude, no, I can't. Like, it's like a foot, right? Like the foot thing or whatever. And he's like it was so good.
Tap, tap, tap.
Master is amazing. He's pleased. Like, I can't do this shit, dude.
You don't try. You don't do it.
The patience.
Yeah. You don't have the
I
patience.
don't want a foot to be all like this. This is like, my master called it like a PS2 foot. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like, look at that.
You couldn't go to PS3 without PS2. Come on. Let's see the next one.
Lewis does all stream. I'm so sorry. Like, I should have done this a lot earlier.
What are you doing? Oh my God. Is that the impression? One sec. Wait. I do breathe heavily. stepping back. I like this. The
Backs way the fuck up and squints really crazy. He's like, squint down and look at your values. And I'm like, but I have contact.
There's a reason why you guys are the only ones who watch me. One second. I'll look at chat in a second. I just want to one more. This is fun. This is actually a lot of fun.
Lewis's community, and he's like an art teacher and everything, and that's what he does. He will breathe into the mic and then just like zoom out but still be squinting, like stand way the fuck back away from his work. And if you ask him how to correct your shit, he'll be like, squint down, and you're like, I can't. Like,
I can't do it. I don't know how to squint. I know. It's frustrating. Good job. I'm pleased with you. That was really good. All right, back to music that's totally not Warcraft. I like that. That was good. I'm proud of you for that one. Yeah, where do you think I'm getting this? Of course, squint. Jamie, what's up, Hammy? What's up, Hams? Okay, what's up, man? What's up, Big Papa Little Legs? My legs aren't little! I don't think. I have pretty strong legs. PS3 sucked compared to PS2, did it? Yeah. Wow. My consoles got ripped from me at too early of an age. So I wouldn't know. I'm still bitter over that. That? Okay, now here's what I'm gonna do. Watch this. Going in with different brushes, they will get the same effect. I've been doing very good. How have you been, Tammy? You doing all right? I love PS2. I mean, it was awesome. It really was. Bring that up just a little bit. Such a good impersonation, honestly. I like how you were showing how I would step back, but you were sitting, and so you like leaned back like this, and then you're like, oh. Because obviously I can't tell. I really don't watch I probably should watch some of my streams more to see if I'm doing something wrong, or how I can improve rather. But I don't as much as I should. I have before, but anyway, so I don't always hear myself breathing into the into the mic, which makes sense that I do. Took the week off work, so you have the chance to catch good. Rogue stuff, nice. I told you SPM played last night. So, yeah, the squinting. See, what that does, if you lightly squint, it essentially helps you to get the range of values and simplify the shapes so you can see the larger shapes all together and things will pop out to you. But it's not like that's all you have to do. You have to practice, which is why the bar drawings come into play. It's a lot. And so, yeah, let's bring this out some, just a little something like that. Because sometimes if you stare at something, your mind does stop seeing it correctly compared to everything else. It's like we become overly focused on it. Our minds are very strange. It's like they distort very easily. And that's what we're trying to prevent. And keeping a fresh eye is, that's key with this. You know, that's essentially what it is. You got to learn how to keep a fresh eye and continuously see the larger picture. So that's the goal with it. That is the goal. All this stuff. So I'm going down a little bit darker, and then I'm going to bring the light up, and I'm keeping it thin so that it's not hard to paint over. Really, I'm doing this kind of in place of oiling it out, because I don't like oiling it out because it puts a lot of oil in the paint. Oil will yellow over time, so you want to go as pure pigment as you can. So this is a little bit, it's like I am oiling it out some, but it's also just basically black. And did I freaking not fix that still? What's wrong with me? Bitch, stay. Fuck. What? No, last night I got my ass kicked constantly. It was the whole night I was getting. It was absolutely horrible. Gears is, yeah. Gears, we did some threes the other night with him. And I had a good time. And it's great because he's so knowledgeable. And I think he forgets. He doesn't know how much we don't know. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. He's fun to play with. This might not work right there. It's kind of bush. He's a lot of fun to play with. There was somebody last night though. I got farmed in a graveyard, which rarely happens, but son of a bitch! It's just palette knife. And what we do, you see, my bicep is just so big that all the paint's drawn to it. Or I noticed that there was a lot of oil on this one. So what we're gonna do, we want to save the paint, so we're just gonna scrape this off. My palette knife's actually very sharp. I got to be careful. Put it right back on. Look at that. See how many more distractions I can give myself. Anyway, it was a hunter that was farming me in the grave. Oh, he killed me twice, and then Zerx happened to show up. I don't know how Zerx knew I was in trouble. Because I didn't say anything. I was trying to kill the guy. I almost killed him. But he knew how to play, and I don't really stand a chance against them. And then Zerx came up, tried to kill him, and then he quits. He just logged out. I was like, fucking logs out of a game. This is Battleground. Be concerned if you weren't looking weird while painting. Yeah, because we've all gotten so used to his gears pumping dip. You can relax your eyes. You can't. No, you can relax your eyes. Wait a sec. Oh, the contacts. I don't know how you use contacts and work. Mine blur up. No, look, squinting, you just need to obscure your vision so you can close your eyes just a little bit so you don't get as much light in. You don't need to blur everything, you just need to obscure the light coming in. Yeah, it was a survival hunter, which is this. I'd rather not fight being first than survival, but those two are pretty much on par. It's impossible. You can get geared in one day, no cap on conquest. Oh, Coquette, what's up? Clipped you getting farmed and it goes straight to... Yeah. It was weird. I looked the guy up and he was hitting on check PvP, but he was 2,500 in Blitz, which I guess is okay. I mean, that's pretty good for Blitz, right? Blitz, like, you can get pretty, like, much higher. Like I said, like, I almost had him once, but I didn't have my block that time. But he was a better player than me. And it was a counter class. It was rough. Well, no, it wasn't that though, QFX. He left when Zerx came up and started fighting him because he knew he couldn't beat both of us. And so he immediately logged out. I mean, we were up in a graveyard. I was the only one farming there, or like rezzing there, and he got me twice. I was trying to kill him. The third time I rezzed. I could have gone to another graveyard, but I was just trying to... Honestly, I was just trying to see what I could do with him. And third time, no, that's when Zerx showed up. And I didn't tell him, I didn't say, hey, I need help or anything. I didn't say that. I was just pretty quiet most of the time. And but it was, yeah, he was like pretty decent, I thought. Am I an idiot? Dude, I just want to freaking paint. I am so sick of cleaning paint off myself because I'm being a dumbass. But this is how it's been. Like, I have been so scatterbrained recently, and I know it's because I need to just, like, kind of chill out. And I don't. You know, I kind of, it's one of my issues that I have. I'm really not good at slowing down and taking care of myself. That's why I've been trying to, like, sometimes on Fridays I'll try to take the day just to myself, just to refocus, because my days, and I wouldn't have it any other way right now. I enjoy doing what I do, but you know, I'm so busy doing what I do at home. And I come in here, it's nice being in here because it's like peaceful, it's quiet, and I can kind of think, and I don't have to lift anything or carry or clean or do something. It's nice. But the downside is that I don't feel like I have the mental focus and the mental energy to get done what I need to get done. So like, this painting looks horrible to me. Like, I look at it and I'm like, taking twice as long to do things that normally I wouldn't even think to do. I'm just like, I would get it done before. This is just like, but I'm still getting benefit from it. But my brain's all over the place now. It's just like, it's crazy. Body painting stream. Dropped my entire glass of water on the floor today while taking pics. Did you really? That sucks. Take it that you're still playing WoW. What gave you that impression? I don't know what gave you that impression. I can't really get help for him. Like, nobody can really take care of him the way that we do. It's a very unique situation. He's very strong, and a lot of it is I don't want to stress my mom out by having people come into the house, because she's very, you know, it's just not a normal situation right now. Just not. It's like it's extremely. I think it's extremely unique. At work, where should I have just left that? So I'm essentially just trying to get like the shapes put in. And what I want to do, there's some blue bonnets. So I'm going to put some blue bonnets up around here, but I want to do a good job with them. I want to be able to. This is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I'm going off of 2 different images. Well, really 4, but there's 2 of them are the same. Yeah, you can't really get help right now from my dad. They're nerfing Void Weaver diffs today. Good, because every single game we came up against last night was so difficult. Maybe QFX, I don't know, man. I hope. It's very frustrating. We kept on, like, the discs priests were doing, like, fighting last night, they were doing just as much damage as the DPS were. Zerx went Demon Hunter, I was on my Holy Paladin, and it got to a certain point in dampening where you just simply could not keep up. If they weren't dead at that point, you couldn't keep up with what was happening with the damage. You know, you just couldn't do it. It was rough. It was rough. You know, I needed to be the priest in it. Lightly go over this here. Okay. Just a little bit. Now, let me try something. What do I do? How do I go about this? Try that. Be some here. There. Whitman, what's up, man? They're completely overtuned now. They're nerfing the slow and they lose some cat speed. Did we really fight against DGL, by the way? No. Miz wanted me to post that just to mess with them. And I think Tortoise was just messing around. That's what I think. Or she was high. But either way. But my furry warning was real in the post, by the way. Nobody's taking me serious with this. And I understand it. I understand why nobody takes me serious. But in this case, you should. And I know I've hurt my credibility on there. I have done that myself. But, dude, I am telling you, the furries are running that game. And they are making it so freaking weird. And they're irrational and they're mean. They are mean. I'm just saying. I accidentally stumbled upon this. What I did, I made a joke post in the arena forums, and Blizzard came down on me really hard and were like assholes to me. Like, they were really mean. Like, and it was not AI. Okay? And so then, ever since then, I obviously got suspended. But when I was back, I started warning people, but not in the original post, except I did do that this last time, but not like I shouldn't get banned for it. Because I wasn't like... it was a quick warning. Okay? Everything AoE for 2 million ticks for every cast with... You're talking about disc? Go get it. I know. But still, this isn't about me. Okay. How do I do this? Okay. You gotta be aware of the furries. What did they say? I can find the emails probably and tell you guys. Like I was saying, I think I said something like, guys, it was an obvious joke post. I mean, I can understand like taking the post down, but is it really worth a suspension? They're like, it definitely was, and it was extremely inappropriate, and I mean, it was crazy. And I know that the people who are working there, we all know this, are the ones who are like, you know, they're those thick glasses, they're all fat, blue-haired chicks, and probably dudes with blonde hair that was dyed that way, named freaking Todd, you know? And then the furries, and all sorts of stuff. Like, that's who's running Blizzard right now. You can tell by what they release. It's not like a secret, it's not some... It's like, this is what it is. It's crazy stuff. Now, I didn't say it straight up. Well, I might have said. I didn't say that. I don't want to attack people's looks. I don't want to attack people's looks. Not like that. It's like, openly on the forums. I'll just do it here on my stream. In a broad manner. But I mean, they're just mean. They're so mean. So what I'm gonna do, alright, so in the image, there's these blue bonnets, and it looks like, you know, there's a lot of blue in there, but there's grass as well and all sorts of foliage. So I think I'm going to do the foliage, and then I'm going to, when it dries, then I'll paint the blue over it. I think that's what I'm going to do, and then go back into it and work blue and green together after that dries again. I think that's what I'm going to do. There's probably better ways of doing this, but I'm also taking my limitations into account right now, which are substantial, unfortunately. No. Yeah, I know, Shirimiya. Right? But they're just mean. They're totally mean. They're mean. You need a sub to do that, though, QFX. Freaking Todd. Exactly, it's Todd. In fact, that was one of the... A long time ago, I had accused them of doing AI to, like, I was like, that's a nice automated response you have there. And then they came back and, like, it's always extremely patronizing. And the community manager, his name was Todd. And so ever since then, we're always like, fucking Todd. Yeah, I'm always in trouble with Blizzard. Yeah, Coca, this is true. It's true. But no, if I showed you the post, Shirimiya, I sent you that post at one point, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Shirimiya. You're exactly right. Like, they're so mean and judgmental, and they push their bullshit on people, and it's inappropriate. Frankly, it's very inappropriate stuff. And then when you call them out on it and say, look, this isn't right, then they say that they're the victim and we're being, like phobic of some sort. And that's not the case. We're just saying, look, we don't want to hear your stuff right now. I don't want to have to deal with this. Just keep it to yourself. If you want to go and dress like a freaking dog or a fox, or I don't know what, and act weird, you can do that, but I don't want to. Dude, I don't know. It's all so strange to me. I really think it's just like a lot of mental illness out there. Like, what else is it? It's just weird. Foxtail Sohan. Mm-hmm. Dinte. You have no idea what my people have been through. You're an anti-dentite. Yeah, Hammy, that's what we think too. We think they have a file on me. Zerx is working on his file. Zerx is crazy because he in many ways is worse than me. And he goes under the radar and he cannot get noticed. It's the most insane, crazy thing. It's like he's immune to punishment. He has been suspended before, though. It's weird. It's very strange to me. It's a little difficult right now. This is one of those things. Look, I'm having a very hard time painting. I'm obviously extremely distracted. I have to do it. So hopefully this can encourage you guys to, whenever you're having a hard time with your work, understand I've been doing this for a long time, and look, I'm distracted. This is hard. This is not easy. It's very difficult. QFX, I actually made a post about that. You should go and find it. It's called, I think, Arena Neglected and Dying. And I posted probably 2 weeks ago about this. And what do you think they did? Like, the people in there. The actual players. Like, and I'll tell you, they stood up for it and said that I'm just angry because I'm not a good player and my arena rating is not good. That's what they said. I never said I deserve anything other than what I have. Right? But that's like their mentality right there. And because you're absolutely right. I mean, we tried to get you into it, and you didn't want to do it because it is such a horrible experience. These guys that are standing up for it, I think are caring people. I think that's why. Because the only explanation is that as to why somebody would stand up for the state of something is because they're benefiting off it. That's what I think. And I'm always right. I think we had 11 people. It wasn't a lot, but it was our first time back. But we queued random epic. We didn't do straight AV, and I was very pleased with that. Very pleased. If it was regular AV, I wouldn't have done it. Not because I dislike AV, it's just the queue times are awful. It's too much. Fat chicks and lemons equals success. Curry is, she paints beautiful lemons, so you know she can spot greatness. And the arena forums is also really dead, like 5 new topics a day, and 50% of that is Nerf Hunter already. And notice, I'm not there complaining about the classes. You know, and I probably could. The only reason why I made that post was because, you know, I care about PvP. And I want to see new people playing. And it's frustrating because every time I try to take somebody in, you shouldn't have to be a professional gamer to just get a basic rating, you know, like for new people. Now, like Zerx and I, we have our system, you know, we're decent at what, you know, like we put a lot of time into it, just 2s, that's it. But not once have I complained about my rating, not once. Say, oh, I should be higher than I am. Never said that. I'm pretty critical about myself. And Zerx is the same way. We've always had the mentality of, this is frustrating, but it'll make us better. And we try to be positive about it. But it's frustrating when you look and there's like nobody playing. And literally we play, we've played the same teams over like 3 times in a row before. Not in a row, but like, actually last night we played a team twice in a row. And then, I mean, and that should never be the case. But they're also really skilled players, a lot of these people, like really solid. Like, new players won't ever get into it. I mean, it's too hard. You need to have a carry if you're gonna do it. Gears could probably carry people. I can't carry people. Yeah, there's not a lot of people doing it. I mean, I think it's a problem. Hey, Oka, are you there? I have a question for you, man. I think I'd get in trouble for Arrested Development music, though. Like, there's a lot of music I want to play, Shikari, but like I can't because of the terms of service with YouTube. Well, and copywriting. It's worth it. Just do this. Lighten that up. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, so, okay, Zerx was saying yesterday, and he got me thinking. He's not definitively saying this. He's just a little bit concerned that the changes that are happening in Midnight are because they're going to bring the game to console, and a lot of people are very concerned about that. What are your thoughts? Because you don't want it to be dulled down, right? So, like, what do you think about all that? New World, yeah. Yeah, I just problem that I have is that I just don't trust Microsoft. And it's not that, and I also don't trust competency in Blizzard in big things. That's my thing. I could argue it both ways, but I am a little bit concerned that they might screw this up. I think, okay, they just came out with an article saying that they are going to, I think, like within the last day or two. And it would make sense that that happens because, you know, it's obviously it's Microsoft, like they're part of Microsoft now. If they can expand it to console, but I don't mind it being on console, but if they're going to dumb the game down, you know, it's like, oh, well, we can't have it like this ever. You know, like dumb it down. Not just, it's like, I'm going beyond a simple pruning is my point. You know? That's what I'm a little bit worried about. It's like goes beyond the pruning. I think it would be a positive move for Warcraft to be on the next generation Xbox. They're not going to nerf the game to the point that it would hurt the game. I'd be surprised if they only do the one button rotation for the export because it's impossible otherwise on controller. I hope you're right, man. I just don't trust them. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. With everything I know about Midnight, they're moving in the direction that is massive net positive for everyone and fixing a lot of the mistakes they've been ignoring. Yeah, that is true too. And like again, what makes me nervous is just the element of Xbox and making it too console friendly, and I'm not a console person, so I don't know. Like, it might be okay, but yeah, it's just like I just don't trust them. bringing new players and dumbing it down wouldn't even be that bad. There's too many buttons now in Midnight. They remove like 3 per spec. You'll go from 30 to 27. Yeah, that's a good point. Just did an interview denying the move towards the console. It's on Wowhead. Interesting. Okay. And I'm not against the console move. I actually think it would be a good thing if they didn't make it, like if they kept the complexity of the game not too complex, right? It's good to prune. I like the pruning. I like the changes, except for the kicks being taken away from the heels. That I don't like. 1 or 2 things, but it's like nitpicking stuff. But the general direction is good. I think it would be good on Xbox to have new players come in. And I think it's okay to have the game a little bit more simple because it's definitely too complex. You have to have like a PhD to like understand what you're up against half the time, which is like, who has that time? I don't have that time. Like I said, I talk about it more than I actually do it. I gladly give up like 3 to 5 skills. Yeah, 27 because of that. Yeah, you just you take the passive instead because you don't want to find the keybind. Arena, you need 3 buttons for targeting, 2 as heal, which adds to inflation. Don't you people have phones? Yeah. Let me try something. I'm going to try different brushes here to get a different effect. Go for the rounds. Let's try this. I'm also adding this combo point bullshit for every class I find completely degenerate. Like, who wants to deal with that on top of it all? They bring Warcraft to a console. I put a lot of money on the fact that they would make a gaming control something like an MMO mouse and sell it for a lot of money. Turn the console into a computer, boom, chicken. One of their major emphasis in Midnight is to educate new players on how to play. I think that is a huge It's not talked about enough, and yet to determine if it's that's well said. I like that. That's very well said. And you're right. They are really trying to, like Ian said, he's trying to bring new players in. Okay, there we go. This is what I've been missing. This is it. Trying to make something a little bit more malleable. It's a little bit dried up, so I added just a little bit of oil, so I don't need to fight it so much every time I want to paint with it. Is that smooth? Now I go into this with this brush along with, and you find it. Another one, another round. Yes, round. Where are you? Don't hide. Where are you, round? Where are you? Stupid, where are you? I'm so tired of looking for brushes. That's why I need a little pygmy person to do this for me and to clean my brushes. Take this one, that works. It works. QFX has his doubts about Midnight will fix Arena. People think some of it is big deal, but it's going to be the same as now. Really, just your add-ons are now integrated instead of third party. That's a big deal, though. I mean, that's a really big deal. We've talked about this. The only thing that makes me nervous about that is that it's like, I got this. Go dark here with this. If Blizzard does a good job with it, then that's it. Great. But it's like, the reason why there were add-ons is because they were not providing and doing their job for the game design, like the interface and all that stuff. Now they're fixing that, but it's like, are they going to do a good job fixing it, you know? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. It's like leaving it up to them to fix the things that add-ons were there because they didn't fix. You know, and with Blizzard's track record, overall isn't great, but recently I think they've been doing a good job listening to players, I think, right? They've been doing a better job, and I don't know, we'll see. Let's go with the stuff. This can work. Try to sculpt this bush out. They're improving comp stomp to every battleground. I believe they're also going to educate people on what the best strategy is while inside this huge improvement. Exactly. Comp stomp. I do hope it's lucrative for people to get honor with. I hope it's not just like a waste of time. So it's nice having that sometimes, like every once in a while, just to get honor with when you don't feel like doing the grind that we've all done like 5 billion times. You know. That, and then let me go in with some light. Do this one. This is fun. Better from back here. I have a comfy voice. You fell asleep? Good. Go to sleep, Sharimia. Go to sleep. I haven't noticed that listening to people at all. People have been complaining for months about the Hunter one-shot bullshit, and they completely ignore it. That's been going on for forever. I mean, was it last expansion that started? I don't remember. Yeah, cricket, that would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of fun. Did I have a lighter brush? Must have darkened it. This. Okay. Let's put this over here. There's always money in the banana stand. They could turn Comstomp into Mythic Plus with teams competing against really buffed NPCs with titles and mounts and rewards. That would be awesome. I just can't see them doing anything like that. Not because like it wouldn't be awesome, just because I can't see them doing that. They never seem to do. They always take so long to do things that seem like it would be just common sense basic. Shutting me up. It's been a while. They do the least effort investment possible for PvP unless I see it. Like, yeah, warriors that drop flame behind them, intercept rogues who can insta-cap a flag mages who can turn the whole map to low visibility snow for 10 seconds. Be nice if they got. I mean, they're probably very limited by just the company in general. It seems very bloated and probably they have to deal with so much bullshit. But still, I mean, it's like that could be the case, but. No, the camera's there. For the last 20 years, they must have gotten probably $1 billion from the PvPers alone. They give nothing back. Some skin color changes and recycled. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I need to stop caring as much as I do. The truth is, we're still talking about it because it's fun. It is fun. We enjoy it. I know it's frustrating when, like, it's like you're really passionate about something and then you feel helpless and it could be so much better. And it wouldn't even, we're not even asking for a lot. It's not like we're asking for a lot of effort and you're paying for it. It can be extremely frustrating, this stuff. You know? It can be very frustrating. Hey, Oka, are you there? Hey, Oka. Shikari, in medieval times, people weren't allowed to mix colors, only pure pigments. Is this true? Is that true? I didn't know that. Because they didn't want them, like, messed up or something? It is fascinating. I read that in a book. But it could be a fable. Something with the devil. Ooh! Look at that. Oh. Guys, I've gotten back into K-dramas again. I think I told you all. I'm not sure. They're just fun to watch. I don't know. They're just fun to watch. They do a good job with K-dramas. They know what they're doing. They have the psychology. Is that some dating drama or something? K-drama? Korean dramas on Netflix? They're really good. They're really funny. A lot of them are very funny. I like their humor. Oh, Oka, I'm trying to hook you and Torture up, okay? I want you to cooperate this time. You guys need to come together because otherwise we're going to be taken over by furries. I've given zero evidence about this, but I expect everybody to believe me on the forums. Made the post, GG, DGL, AVM. Go on there, show a little team spirit, take one for the team. And I'm talking about taking one for the team because this is torture. Okay, but you guys, I want you to reach out to her, okay? I'm not asking for much. I just want you guys dating. Is that too much to ask? Okay. Now, having said that, you do this, you might pull off what nobody else has frankly bothered to do, which is unite everybody against a very noble cause, which are the furry hostile takeover that has already occurred. Nobody will listen to me with this. Okay. All right. Okay? Do it. Do it. Your OBS plugin isn't working? You listen to K-pop, I don't listen to K-pop. Okay? Not yet. Sounds like we need to look to the east for good shows now. Yeah. Yeah. Look, for a long time, our shows have not been good. I think it's, it's a lot of this DEI stuff, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of feeling like I'm being preached to when I just want to sit down and relax with shows. That's me personally. And K-dramas do that for me. They do, they're good. It's just, they're fun shows. And they have some things I don't like, but I mean, for the most part, I find them solid. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Okay. So I have a okay base. Let's see what I can do with this. I'm gonna start putting some grass down. I don't know, maybe I might be able to start putting some flowers down over it as well, but we'll see. That's okay. This is working. This is good. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Wait. You could do it, Lewis. Download app Furry Painter. I'm not going to be a furry. Despite popular belief. Hook up. I'm just asking Oka and Tortoise to date. We could call them Team Toka, which is mean Team Touch. That's Italian. See? Toka. Toka. Team Toka. Tortoise. Oka. Toka. Okay. Last show, like I was Squid Games, which was also Asian. No, I have a flame floor for all. Wait, I have a flame floor for all the furries. What is a flame floor? Oka, we need you. I don't think I'm asking for that much at all. I'm not. I think I'm extremely reasonable, okay? I am extremely wise, okay? And I think if you really care about people in the community, do it for the kids, okay? Because we're all essentially Maine children who do this. You need to date Tortoise, the tortoise killer. All right? Your sacrifice will not go unnoticed. Okay? This painting is transpiring according to my desire. As does everything. As does everything. Look, dude, I'm telling you, the furries, the freaking furries, they're everywhere. They're everywhere! People keep confusing me for Oak and BGs, I'm sure. You know, I call, so Okala here is Coquette, which I call Crockett because of Yaga. He used to call you that, I think, back in the day. Let's go with this. That's not really doing what I want. You've met a furry, you think? Alright, Hammy, I'll see ya. Thanks for being here. It's really nice having you back. It's wearing furry onesies. Rest my hand just for a second. Whoops. Ah! Went into the lead white. Nailed it. Yeah, Hammy. It was nice. Thank you. Normal ones. Flamethrower? It's pretty funny, actually. You just blow them up. See, it is 4:15, was it? 4:15. Good. This is good. Oh, God. What you'll see here is, comes right here. Okay. To here. That's fine. So the idea is that I'm just continuously building this up right now. I don't like how it is yet. I'm just going down trying to get the impression, but then it needs to make structural sense, right? It's tricky. It's tricky. Very good practice, though. Yes, it is. It's very good practice. This is gonna be good. Let me actually go in with some blue. Why not? I'll try to go in with some blue. See if it works. If it doesn't work, I can always wait for it to dry and go back into it. But it's nice being able to paint into wet paint because it blends a little bit better. You don't want to have that dry look, you know, where the transitions are sharp. You always want to have things painted in. You can have sharp lines, but you want them to be painted in to the painting, not just laying on the top. You bite your tongue? Okay, don't you put that evil on me. We're talking about you. Look, I'm not taking one for the team. I'm not noble enough, okay? And I'm not a lead by design. I do not want that title. And plus, I don't want to do it. You do it. Take it for the team. Skinny legs. My legs aren't skinny. They are skinny a little bit. Those pirates in a hot minute need to bring it back sometime. Find a new decent version. Hurry with them cows. The cows? Yeah. I can start painting on that simply. Already seen the movie multiple times. I need new versions. Pirates? Y'all have been talking about this. Lewis pushing her on Oka, but taking her himself. Look, it wouldn't be fair to all the other women who want to go out with me because of my sweet ass. This is very simple. This is 101. I'm not gonna do it. You do it. I said it, I told you to first. Look, I'll make it happen. I'll do you a favor. I'll just get on the forums and say, look, he agreed and told me to tell you that y'all are officially dating now, okay? My chest has been hurting recently, which hopefully is not a sign of me about to have a heart attack. I do wonder this though. There's so many enemies that, and it's foolish because really nobody's really met anybody. And when you see somebody in real life, I mean, you can definitely dislike somebody, fine, I get that, but I'm sure a lot of the issues have to do with people not seeing each other, right? If you saw somebody in real life, you'd be less likely to be a dick to them. And I'm wondering how many of these people, and this is how my mind works, how many of these people would actually start dating? Like they were enemies at first, but then they like actually start going out or something. I guarantee you it'd be probably a shocking number. Okay, since I'm fair, how about this? You ask your girlfriend if it's okay, but at the end of the day, just remember, you're your own man, okay? And you have to choose, you might have to choose between her and the pre-made community, okay? Look, I'm being honest. I think this is extremely reasonable. just you're gonna have to choose, man. You are going to have to choose. And I think in your heart you know what the right decision is. I like that. Go back over it. What? Pirates is on YouTube. Is that what you're talking about? It's true debt as though. Yeah. Thank you, Coquette. Thank you. See. All right. Bro, your pants fabric falls vertically to the floor here. Shut up. Most people who get into each other start out with kind of insulting each other. This is true. Right? They're already feeling that connection. I do enjoy pooping on DJL and SBM Discord with Gun Club, and Gun Club's hilarious. Those are the peeps who kick Coquette. No, that was RR. He knows it's true. Probably. I didn't check my ass out, but can you all see the mirror? Yeah, you can. I did. I went like this and looked. This one. Whatever. Okay. This looks horrible. Actually, I could salvage that. I just need to work certain areas to see what I did wrong. Let me get a smaller brush than this thing. This is what I want. Yes. I can salvage this, I'm pretty sure. Why would the king have to compromise the situation for him? Stupid man. Ever see any full-time artists? No, I never get out. You know, if somebody, I was gonna say if somebody should watch the stream, but y'all are watching it. Like, this is what we've talked about. We've talked about Warcraft most of the time, listening to Warcraft music, watching me mess this thing up, then me talking about K-dramas, how I watch them, talking about how my ass is flat, and then trying to hook Oka up with some chick and making him dump his girlfriend for it. That's what we've learned in this stream so far. It's something else. I don't know. Talked about gameplay changes, and this has to be one of the dumbest streams out there. And it's not y'all's fault, it's mine. I'm just saying. It is what, but you know what? What do? I put these cameras up and I go live. And this is what happens. Sounds, yeah, exactly. Sounds normal to you. So that's what we do. That is what we do. We're doing the King vs. Peasant RP then. It's kind of usual artists talk about other topics when they paint. Yeah, we try to distract from the pain that's going on, because we all know the first 4 letters in paint is pain. It is pain. Don't you have some other artists in the building you are somewhat... Yeah, Scott and Sue Burdick, but I never see them. They're intimidated by me because of my great talent, my innate ability to create in 5 minutes what they are unable to achieve in an entire lifetime. Yes, they look up to me. I know they do. Yes, yes, yes. They're really cool. Yeah, but I never see them because they're downstairs. And I have to like walk down there, and that's just not going to happen. Okay? People need to come up to me. I'm not going to go down to them. Some people. Let me plug this in really quick. Low, dangerously low battery life. Oh no. Dangerously low. Here, let me tilt the camera down just a little bit. I don't think you'll see what the bottom part of what I'm doing down there. Lower. Lower. There you go. A little fat. Ah. 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 Mmm. That hit right there. I don't know why I did that. I think I took it like a man, though. Go with that. Now we're gonna go with the blue. Blue. Yes. All right. Let's do it. This should be very easy. It shouldn't be hard. Is this smart? That's for future me to worry about. Art is war. Are they real? Maybe he's imagining them like someone. Yeah, see, that is the impression that I give everybody, I'm sure. All the solvents are getting to his brain. See, joke's on you. I use walnut oil, which is non-toxic. Unlike your comments. Some lonely people imagine friends, usually kids though. Baby is like his Wilson. This is true. You're correct. All right. Let me try something. I just had an idea. I'm going with this brush and see what we can do with it. Water it down just a little bit. Come in. This is very much an experiment, this painting, in a lot of ways, because I get to paint it how I want, so I'm really pushing it. My client said there's no time frame for it, which is nice. Sometimes it's a bad thing for me because I take a little bit too much time doing things, but Woo. The dude remaking Castaway guy would be in wheelchairs. Yeah, Tom Hanks. He's stranded on an island again. And then Wilson washes up on the shore. Remember? Because I think it went out to sea or something. He lost it at one point. He cried over it too. Yeah, Tom Hanks. He's just in a wheelchair and it's like, damn it. At that point, you'd probably be like, I think it's my time. I think God wants me dead at this point. That'd be freaking funny. Let me see if I can do this. All right, let's try this. Let's see how this works. Use the back end of the brush. I was using the other side before. Size that. Okay. Get some grass. If I can get this going. I don't know. Not sure about that. Not sure about that either. Okay, but I'm gonna do a little experiment on a part of this. Let's see how this works. Okay, so the blue. Okay, let's do this area right here. Some of them I'll just kind of fade it out in certain areas, lighter areas, but I'm trying to keep some definite shape to them. Let's just do that, and then I'm going to darken part of it. That should do it. Certain places. Maybe I should be using a different brush. Let me use a smaller brush for now. I'm not sure how to do this. Okay. This. I need to figure this out. This has actually been kind of not a concern, but okay, Oka. Nice having you, man. I'm not getting a foxtail. Screw you. Beware of the furries. Spread the word, Oka. Take one for the team. I'll see you, buddy. That's what I want. What are you doing? What are you doing, Shikari? Are you doing your grapes right now? Is that what you're having trouble with? Talking about the butt plug tails? Stupid man. So dumb. Talking about, oh, you're talking about the butt plug tails, right? That's where Shidomi Mia comes in. I was working on Shadows. What furry are you? I told you the story. I'll show you on a doll later. I was working on a shadow on the table and it looked all stripy. Gotcha. Okay, if I do that, add a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm starting to get an idea of how I'm going to do this. It's gonna roll up here, whatever. Later, man. I'll see ya. Look what they've done. They're turning the game into furries. All right, I'm gonna have to work on that. Let's do this. Hey, Shikari, you want me to paint you a grape really quick? I'll show you, and we'll do it on. What do I want to do it on? I'll do it right over here. All right, so if you want, I can do some grapes right here. I can easily, yeah, it's dry. Let me do that. So, Shikari, what type of grapes are you doing? You're doing the darker ones, right? Is it these right here? It's not the red ones, right? It's these? Pretty sure. paint at least 50. I'll show you how to do the grapes. We'll do these. More red. Okay, like these. Is this it? Okay. Roll with these. All right, now what brushes do you have? Do you have like, do you work with hog hair, filberts? Like, what do you work with? I always blame somebody else if my painting falls apart, but I won't blame you. How's that work? Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to go ahead and start painting. I'll just use, we'll use regular filberts, okay? Nothing fancy. It's like regular bristle hog hair brushes. All right. Soft synthetics, okay. We'll do soft synthetics. Do soft synthetics. These are going to be soft synthetics. Start with 2 of them. All right, so this is what I'm working with right here. Soft synthetics. And they are soft. You use human ass hair. Ah, you're using the high grade. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, we're going to start with, get a range of values. And let me put that, let me clear a little space here first. So I don't have space yet. Okay. Ah, you're using the high grade brushes. Go right there. Just put that there. It's fine. Clean this off. Okay. Secretly on your painting. All right. So, upon further inspection, I know y'all can love this piece right there I don't like. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. Which I have an idea. Just need to be smarter about it. Okay, so first thing, let's go for 3 or 4 values, okay? And I'm going to go in, do you have alizarin crimson? Like, what red are you using? Because I would go in with some, in fact, that's what I'm going to do. Just take a little bit of black. And you can do whatever red. I'm going to put some Indian red, which it doesn't matter if you have cadmium. Oh, yes, alizarin. Okay, so I put a little bit of Indian red in, but really you can put more alizarin in. We're going for a very deep red right here, which actually that is, you can see that, probably a little bit light. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more dark, and I'm going to actually put it right here. It's going to be right about there. More of that, because I put too much red in. And then I'm going to put a little bit more alizarin in, because the alizarin's not going to, like, I put too much Indian red in. So something like that. All right, so that's our darkest dark. Next value, I'm going to, let's try this. I take a little bit of yellow ochre and it's essentially orange. Put it in here, see what it does. All right, and then I'm going to add more alizarin in. A little bit more orange. Lighten it up some. Okay. Add a little bit more alizarin. Really pushing the color. All right, so this is actually, that works. A value like that, okay? Then let's do kind of the mid-tone, which we're gonna come in, and this one, and do some blue, alizarin crimson, quite a bit. Touch of the orange, and then we're going to come in with white, just a little bit of white, and it's going to go a long way, this, like a very long way. All right, let's do just a little bit more. All right, that's fine. Now, this is too pinkish, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of orange, a little bit more, and just mix it in. And then I'm going to take some blue, and take some white. This should cloud it out just a little bit. Should dull it down some. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit more yellow into it. So that's a little bit better. Actually, that's probably still too pink. Let me put some, here's the thing, like you can mix all day long. Eventually you'll get the color. There we go. That's it. Essentially what I did, I put too much red in. So something like this. And then let's do the lighter color. Lighter value, we're going to just go in with lighted, something like this. Right here. And I'm going to bring it down some. So you don't want to have just like pure red or whatever. You want to have a balance of the primaries in here. So there you go. You have something like that. And then if I want to do a highlight later, I can. In fact, check this out. What I might do is bring this one down just a little bit as well. Or rather up in value. Bring it closer in between the two. Something like this, and I might actually, does it need that red? I might put a little Indian red in, just a little bit, something like this. All right, so we'll work with this. Okay, Magenta, you're working with magenta. Kind of more yellow. Okay, anyway. We got the base colors. And so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start with the darkest dark. And just kind of squint down. We can always bring it up. I'm gonna keep it thin, so I'm going with the darkest dark right here. Add just a little oil in, but you don't want too much. Okay. Okay. And then we're just gonna go in and try to get some like just basic colors, and we're just gonna do like a couple. Do a couple here. Okay, there you go. That's the shape we're gonna stick with. Say we'll have one there, and we'll say there's a hidden one back behind here. Okay, we'll do something like that. Now, if you're squinting down, you're gonna have the shadow on one side. It's kind of, the shadow is gonna be on one side of this. That there. Okay. Got that? Now, we go in with the, let's say the medium brush. And, okay, it's going to be probably around in between here. Let me see if this is working. Okay. I'm keeping this, again, relatively thin. Like that. Here, and then the shadow's kind of coming in over it. So, I'm just going to slowly work this up. This one's kind of going over that as well. Okay, this one, up this here, bring this here, and I can always dull the colors out some after a while. Say there's a little one poking back right here, right? There, and then this guy's just kind of popping forward. Okay. There we go. Now, let's go in with a light brush. So we'll keep it down to about 3 brushes, right? Oh, soft synthetic. We'll do this one. Stuck together. I haven't used this for so long. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go in, and I made these too bright, so I'm going to come and kind of dull them out just a little bit, maybe take a little bit of green, bring it down. Green's going to be the opposite of red, which is why I know you can put just a little bit of green in if you want to dull that down. Okay. We'll do a brighter one. Dull it down. Do a brighter one on like right here. This will be much more bright, okay? Brighten this up, and we're gonna gray it out just a little bit. There you go. moving along. Okay. Let's go back to this one. Let's make this a little bit more bluish. Okay. A little bit more blue, but dark. All right. There you go. And then we'll do this other one a little bit darker, but we'll make it a little bit blue because I put too much. Something like this. That's fine. And then it's kind of going underneath this one right there. Something like that. Cool. Come back in. Darken this area right here. Let's make this kind of like a little bit darker. Now, the thing is, right now, this is looking dead, and the reason is because it's too dark and there needs to be more color in the shadows. All right, so I'm gonna really go in with some solid color here because it's gonna give that transparent look. And so when we start adding color in to the grapes, you should see a major shift. So say we want this bluish right there, I can use the side of the brush to kind of bring this up and bring some color into it. Up top just a little bit. Do you see what we're doing? There you go. And then the rest of it is just like really being faithful to the shape. Something like that. And certain ones have like certain marks and stuff on them. But anyway, if you go in here and you kind of bring, you want to keep the value dark, but you don't want it to be like black. You want it to be nice and vibrant. And in doing so, you can really get those grapes to pop. You see what I'm saying? Evan, what's up, man? How are you doing? Thank you, Evan. Thank you very much. Woo! Yeah. You start with opaque and no, you don't start opaque in the shadow. Like you keep it transparent, but you keep it thin, and you can paint on and push the old paint off, right? So yeah, you don't want to go like opaque. You don't want to do that. See this going down like that, and then there's gonna be here shadows. Okay, something like that. We'll do the shadows kind of coming down like that. A lot of it I'm kind of pushing off. So that's how I'm going about now. You go in with you get another brush. So I have 4 at this point. I have kind of a dark, a mid-tone, a lighter brush, and then you have the light brush. So I'm going to go in with some white. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put some oil into it and just get a touch of color into it, because you don't want it to be like straight white necessarily. Though we can work this in. So I'm going to make sure it's nice and malleable. And then you can come in and kind of put like, just these spots on it like this that kind of make it pop a little bit. And like doing this type of stuff right there is really what makes the grapes come forward. And the cool thing is like, okay, so I probably should have done that before, is go through and put, you know, your lightest light, your darkest dark, just put those on. But like now at this point, so like say you put that on, you're like, okay, it's looking too dark for what I have it. You can go back into it very easily, right? So let's say like this grape, let's make that a little bit lighter. We're gonna work the transition here, get the form better. You know, work this area up top. So in fact, let's go there. We're gonna start, this is the light brush. We're gonna come in here. Then how does that not look scratchy on you? Then how does it not look scratchy on you? Wait a second. So you start with opaque in the shadows. You're having trouble with it looking scratchy? You don't want to put too much oil into it. If you put like too much oil at first, it's going to be harder to paint on. When you first start painting, you only want to put as much oil insofar as it allows you to put the paint down, so it's not like a hassle. It's just enough to put the paint on smoothly. But you don't want to overdo. They're scratchy because you put too much oil in, and you don't want to do that. You want to put as little in as you can at first. Later on, at the very end, you can put more oil on, because putting more oil into your paints later will allow it to lay on top of the paint, but it's harder to paint on top of oily paint. It's easier to place oily paint on top of more solid paint. That's why. So, for example, I still use transparent color. I just didn't use a lot of oil in it, right? And I put it on thinly, so it goes on smooth, right? But you can paint on top of it. Okay. So we're gonna come up in here, and a lot of this is just working the edges. There we go. And let's do that here. I'm gonna take the same color, and I'm gonna blend this in just a little bit, right? And some of these have like these shapes, like they might have an edge going across it like this, coming down. So I'm going across the form right now. Okay. Something like this. And then let's just bring this down just a little bit, and let's darken it and make it a little bit more bluish. Unify this just a little bit. Okay, and so you got these grapes, nice grapes coming up. Let's bring the shadow up some. Is that it? No, that's not a brush I was using. This one is. So I'm going to go in here, go to the dark, but we want it nice and vibrant. So I'm going to go in with some alizarin crimson and whatever red you have, just a touch. Alizarin crimson gives it that kick that you need. You want it nice and warm. And so you don't want to overcomplicate this either. That's the thing. Now I'm taking the paint, I'm thinking about the drawing, I'm actually raking the old paint off as I paint this new paint on. Do you see what I'm doing there? All right. This grape actually looks pretty cool, and if there's kind of not much of a difference between it, so I might go in with a subtle value, go into the black a little bit more, and I'll go in and just slowly just imply a little bit of darkness right there. Bring it in here. There's still lots of color. Bring it across here. Bring this out some. Something like that. There you go. Those grapes are looking pretty solid. And these down here, let's have them a little bit spotted. Let's have this one, because I see some spots here. Ignore more of that other grape. I'm just going to do a solid grape there. Makes more sense anyway. Okay. I'm kind of making up some of the drawing too, which I probably shouldn't be doing. I'm going to go in with this value right here, and I'm going to put some alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue in just to dull it down some. Right? I saw for Warhammer Miniatures, they have a yearly competition where you can win prizes. Some of them pairs entries for 600 hours. Jeez, insane. And then I'm gonna put. Let's bring it up like that, and then. So this is kind of like the darker brush coming down like that. And then there's going to be a slightly lighter value. So I'm going to take some light, which I probably should have taken the other brush to do this, but whatever. That'd be too easy and logical. So I'm just getting a lighter value, and then I'm going to squint down and just try to get one value down in the shape that it needs to be. And I'm painting slowly because you want to think about what you're doing. There. Step back. And then we can do the little mid-tone, but here's what I'm gonna do. I didn't take a lot of paint. I'm gonna kind of really take some of the paint off because there's really not that much of a highlight. And I'm actually going to work it in just a little bit more. And when I pulled it off, it made that little piece and totally ruined it. Just kidding, I got this. Do something like that, see? And so now, like, oh, check this out too. So normally you would be painting into the background at the same time. This one, here's what I'll do with this. Check this out. I'm too lazy to paint the background, so I'm just gonna put some oil on. Juicy highlights, and I'm going to just take some of the y'all can see what I'm doing here. Taking this off, and when you work the drawing around it, it really starts making more sense. See? Pull this off. Like, drawing is a big thing. It's not just about getting the right effect. You need to get the shape will make your eyes say, okay, that's the grape. So if they're all like blocky, it's not gonna work. So let's do, like, that's a dark grape right there. But let's bring the light up just a little bit in it. And I'll make it a little bit more red. So instead of making it purple. So again, like, I'll work that highlight in just a little bit and squinting down. And some of them have, like, kind of these weird shapes to them. Let's see what I can do with this. Okay. Do that. Something like that. And then let's go in with a lighter blush, which is what I should have done before, but I didn't because whatever. Okay. Let's bring this one here. So we're kind of working all this up at the same time. You see how that's working? And then let's shape this since I was working that edge. There. And go in with a little bit more light. on that edge. Something like that. And then this transition is not really working. So let's go into the mid-tone, the darker mid-tone. Keep a fresh eye by working around, like I'm not staying on one piece, right? I'm kind of going around. It gives you a fresh eye, which is quite nice. Let's do this. Let's bring this in some. Turn the brush. I turned the brush because I was raking some paint off, and I knew that I got the brush dirty. Going back into it, this value right here. So it's like, that's why I mix the separate colors, but I try to mix between them as I go. It's, you know, there. And then let's go darker right here. We'll do that. And it's kind of graying itself out, mixing between the two. So I'm going to do that, and then let's actually bring it in on this side right here. Right underneath. Soften that edge. Bring this out some. That piece. Soften. So that gives it a little bit of a shape. It's quite nice. And then this grape and this grape. Let's work on those, and then I'll might be done. Let's go in with some purple actually here. Purple. Lighten it up some. We'll get the highlight back. It's easy to put on. So we're slowly building it right back up. Step back, see how it looks. It's looking pretty good. And I'm going to take this value, but I'm going to make it a little bit more pink. I'm going to come in here, lighten this up some. Work those edges. Something like that. Okay. The red should lighten it now. It needs, if it's looking dull, if it's looking dead, it needs more color to it. Right? It's just how it is. Coming here. So for example, it's like, okay, there's a lot of alizarin crimson is really good for these grapes. And putting some in, it should make the grapes pop significantly. Do that. Nice, unique shape. Something like that. And then we're going to go in and get rid of the rest of just that dark. Because I painted it so thin that I'm able to paint other paint into it, and it's going to have a solid effect. So now I'm really going in with some color around there. Let's take that out. I started painting that other group, and I don't want that. And then what do? Let's work those edges. Damn it. Okay. Screw it. I'm just gonna paint this into it. There you go. All right, now we work those shadows in. So it's a process, it takes some time, so we're gonna work these shadows in just a little bit. Right, you just wanna make sure you don't like deaden it by not having enough color, right? But you kind of get the idea with this, right? Let's see, 555. Some juicy highlights. Some juicy highlights. Does this help? Hopefully this helps some. I probably should have done this, like, I probably should have zoomed in. Yeah. You just keep on working on it and stuff. Like, these aren't painted that great, but you kind of get the idea. Like, you really want to push the saturation. And like, this is basically how you go about it, right? You know, you can always push the color in certain ones. Like, you know, if you say something's more orange, go in with the orange with it, orange. They, like, you can push the orange here, obviously. You see? You just go in, paint over it, squint down. If I want to lighten it up, I can. But I'm kind of pulling the old paint off, wiping the brush, you know, as I paint. I'm going to come here and go in with some transparent red oxide. Like, I'm just kind of making this up at this point here. Transparent red oxide, bring this in, bring that shadow up. Shadow edge just a little bit. So we're just like, we can slowly shift if we want, and then obviously we have, you know, the highlight. If you want it down, you just go over it just a little bit more like that. You know, if you're not satisfied with the highlight, you know, it's, you know, you can easily go in and just take it back up, right? Working the paint in, then we're going to rake it a little bit, turn the brush, just work the drawing. You know, it's a lot, but I mean, that's essentially how you go about it. And like those markings and stuff on it, you know, like sometimes you have those weird markings all over. So like if you want, you can come in So I'm going to go, that's like darkest dark. I'm going to go in something here, go up with the alizarin crimson, a touch of the Indian red, and then if you want this like darker, you know, it has all these dark spots on it. I'm raking the paint away, the old paint away, and I'm placing the new paint down. Coming here, wipe it off, go back in. You see what we're doing? Especially like mid-tone areas here. Doing this, and so then you can go through and say, okay, that's like kind of the highlight area. And then we work it into the darks. You know, which is this piece right here is going to become darker. Something like that. And we always work the drawing. Always think about the drawing. You know? It's a little bit darker here. And if it ever gets so bad that it's like you can't work on it almost, then you can always either wipe it or scrape part of it down. You know? You know, some grapes are kind of like that. They're a little bit darker. So it's just about controlling the paint. Yeah. Anyway, so that's it, and hopefully that gives you an idea of how to go about painting those. You know, but a lot of it is just like getting the shape right. You know, pushing that shape some, which push this a little bit. This thing. Like I said, that's just like standing out like that. Even stuff like this, because sometimes grapes have that. Like I'm looking at one, it looks weird. It seems like it's really push it blue. You come in with some blue here. I don't know how much y'all can see, but this is like actually turning parts of it blue. So I'm going across the form. This is flowing with the form, going with it, going across it. And you want to do combinations of those strokes. It makes it look nice. You can do that, and that's how it makes it look, you know, gives it those unique shapes. And then from there, it's like, okay, there could be a little bit more light at like the top or something. So I'll just go in, but I want to keep it cool. So I just added a little bit of white, but I know it's like kind of blue in color there. Sweep that down. So something like that, you know, that's how you do it. And then you can go, you know, you have the sharp value right there, the sharp highlight, but you can always, like, at least in these grapes right here, I think wet grapes, they're going to be sharper, but like they're going to be a little bit softer here. So you're just working just a little bit more, you know, just a little bit. So I kind of put it down, then I turn the brush kind of on its side, and I use the tip to kind of, you know, push it in just a little bit more. And if I do too much, I can always come in and, you know, you just want a softer transition. Always bring it back up some. Something like that. Ooh. I was kind of doing something like that. I don't know. It's like grapes are, you want them to be pretty unique. And then you can go through and detail them as you go. So anyway, hopefully that helps. Also, I noticed that they're a little elongated because I'm looking down. And so when I look down, it looks correct, but when I step back, it's elongated because the perspective I was looking at. Yeah, you need to put color in, but it also needs to have like, it needs to be deep and dark enough. Like the midtones and the darks need to be darker on yours because you over model, you over saturate it with light. And so when you do that, it's going to be harder to get that color because you're missing out on a lot of rich midtones. So that's one thing that'll help you. Exactly, Shakuri. Mom with waffles. Just always remember that. Yeah, that's how you do it. So that's it. That's that. But you saw it, like my thought process with this stuff is, and sometimes I'll do whatever you do in paint. This is universal in paint. You experiment with things and then you let it sit and you say you like it or you don't like it, what you can do better. Like getting back to this area here, it doesn't look good, but I think it would look good if it's like worked in a little bit more. It just looks too splotchy to me. It looks not controlled, but when I step back here, it's a little bit better. I just don't like how it looks up close. So I'll have to rest my eyes. I got a lot done with this, but like I'm analyzing this thing and I'm thinking, okay, what could I have done better? What can I fix tomorrow coming into it, right? Like there's a lot of stuff that I can be doing better that I can fix. So that's just like, that's with paint, that's how you need to look at it. You need to be able to, analyze everything, come up with a strategy, see what you like, see what you don't like, and that's what you get. You always want to keep on working it, but you want to keep the basics in mind, which is you don't want to overmodel. You don't want to flatten it out by having everything too bright. That's why squinting comes into play and balancing your values. Like there's certain things, guardrails that you can keep while doing anything, landscapes or still life, like the grapes. It's universal. But my mentality is, you go in there, just get something going, and just try to, like experiment with new things. And if it doesn't work, you figure out how to correct it, and eventually you're going to get it. So that's kind of my mentality with this stuff. With the grapes, I've done grapes before, so I kind of have an idea of what to do with them. Yeah, I'm sure you will love those grapes. Where are the cows? I didn't put cows in, but I put grapes. What is the matter with you, sir? Okay. Woo! Start cleaning up. What a day. What a day. What a day. It's 5:30. Should probably take that off. All right, but you got this. Okay, so this is that's how you go about this. That definitely was not a penis that I just put on there. That would be too mature. It's very easy to, you can't be afraid of messing things up in paint. Not in the beginning. In the beginning, you want to be smart. You don't want to like paint with like the bad emotion where it's just like, oh, I'm having fun, because you could be having fun with painting all day long, but it looks horrible, Now, it's good to have fun with painting if you're doing it right, but oftentimes I think people mess it up because they're like, oh, I'm having fun moving my hand really fast, and it's messing the painting up. And so you have to differentiate between having fun in like movements and paint and actually what you're doing, like, in practical in your work, you have to be smart. It might feel good to put stuff down really quick, but it's not coming out right. I don't know how much I really like what I've done. See, right now I'm thinking to myself, either I leave this on or I take it off now. Sometimes with paint, you gotta slow yourself down. But working on the fundamentals is what helps, because you can paint all day long, but if you don't have like a direction, or if you don't have your guardrails up, then you're gonna be making bad habits, forming bad habits, and it's going to suck, and you spend a lot of time developing yourself and sucking. That's the truth. Sometimes, and it's frustrating because it's like sometimes you work so hard on something, but you didn't do it right and you had the wrong mentality. You didn't, there's a lot of teaching that goes into painting. And it can't just all be expressing yourself, which we talk about. We talk a lot about this stuff. This music's starting to get on my nerves. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably end it here. I'll keep streaming while I clean, because I know that's like the highlight of the stream. Yeah, this painting's tricky because I'm not out there. It is hard going off of AI sometimes with this stuff, because you need to know what you're doing. You can't just like copy blind paintbrush strokes. You have to understand what they are, understand what brush you're painting, like what grass, what type of leaf. When you're landscape painting and you're out there plein air, you can actually go walk up and look at it and understand what you're painting, and you can put that into painting. Sometimes when you're just copying a painting, it's very hard to understand what you're doing. But it's good to understand the technique behind it, if you can discern what it is. But AI is like, sometimes it's not very clear. those two together. Turn this into something. This could be dark over here. I'll just put that over there. That. Blue. Biggest inspiration is me. Yeah, I don't like Picasso either that much. He's like one of the most overrated artists in the world. The thing is, he had so much potential. He did beautiful paintings when he was young. And he did not cultivate that. Instead, he did stupid pen technique bullshit. He wasted himself, I believe. But he got famous. He made a lot of money. It's true. That's the most important thing in life. Every piece looks like what ends up in the toilet after Taco Bell Tuesday Spicy Night. You have that's very well articulated, and you are correct. I just don't know why he did it. God, he had so much potential, so much. What did he do? He blew it. He blew it. Right, baby? Yes, baby. Me too, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Boogaroo made something of himself. The fish drawing? Is it like a pin drawing? I mean, it's stuff like, oh, that's a clever technique here and there, but it's not like talented. It doesn't require a lot of skill to do. Anybody can do it. And I think there's something to be said with that. You know, you gotta push yourself. I just get upset when talent like that is wasted. I think he could have been so much better. Like, what paintings could he have given us if he didn't cop out? QFX couldn't. I mean, I don't want to. I could if I wanted to. QFX, every time you do a painting, I imagine you showing your mom and her being disappointed in you. And, like, you show her a painting of, like, one of your skinny chicks with, like, huge tits. And your mom's, like, looks at you and is like, she's too skinny. You're like, she's perfect, Mom. Get off my case. You hide them when I guarantee you she's probably already found them and she's concerned. You don't know it. Where you hide them under your bed? Is that where you hide them? Because that's probably the first place your mom would look. Get off my case, Mom. Don't get it, mommy. It's hard. So there's a Coke Zero commercial. It's Not Your Fault. And there's this one scene where he's showing his mom, like when it's a flashback to when this guy's a kid. He's showing his mom artwork, and his mom's really disappointed in him. And like, she's holding the artwork up and like a Cheerio just falls off. And that's what it reminds me of a little bit. I'll post the video later because it's freaking hilarious. It's supposed to be double G's any small. They're supposed to be double G's, Mom. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like that. Doesn't look good. It could look better. It looks okay from back there. I don't like it from close up. It needs to look good from both. We'll figure it out. I'll go into it tomorrow, though. Boy, guys, these days, man, they hit me. They hit me. You can feel it. Feel it in your bones. Yes, I want to see what you're talking about. They're supposed to be double G's. Picasso even got that armpit hair. Did he? I mean, imagine what he'd be able to do with an ass hairbrush. He could have made something of himself. Ah, the ass hairbrush. The finest brush there is. That's how he got all those details. And here, this work of art, we have what's done with ass hairbrush. Yep. A lot of brushes to clean. I don't like it when I have a lot of brushes to clean. Dang it! That's alright. Just relax, chill, stay calm, nobody freak out. Yeah, he didn't do anything. They're disappointing. I always feel like the people who like Picasso are extremely weird, and that's coming from me. I'll be right back. I'll leave the stream on. guys can chat. I'll try to be quick. There's quite a few brushes. Right. Buffer chair. Ooh. This... Is that the right one? I cannot tell which one goes in which ear. Definitely this one. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Here you go. Did I even use that brush? I don't think I did. Wait a second. What were you saying about Leonardo? Some Leonardo expert just said it could be him, then he repainted it. People believed her, but she has no proof other than she thinks the brushstroke is by him. Which painting was this? Jesus with the glass ball. Huh. I think I know that one. Is it one that was just found or something? Like, what's the deal? What'd you say about Leo? You posted in Discord? Gotcha. I'll have to check it out. Sweet Michelangelo's hammer. Really? Sweet. Michelangelo's chisel. What a name, Donatello. So many brushes. What in the name of Picasso's blood hair brushes are we talking about? Picasso's ass hairbrush. Ah, yes. The old ass hairbrush technique. I thought I knew that. I'd know that technique anywhere. Never thought I would see it again. Smooth as butt hair. Spinning his mustache, right? Y'all say you spit his lube? That was Rembrandt. Odin's beard. He used something in that mustache. Hopefully it wasn't earwax. Did I miss one? I don't think I did. Ah, so cold. So cold. Guys, that's it. The stream is ended. Brutally and abruptly. I could have done so much better. I'm pushing myself with this piece, though. It's alright. It's going to be a good painting. It'll be a good painting. And it's pretty it's far along. I just need to touch some things up. Work quite a bit in the foreground, but we got it. It'll be good. It'll be a good painting. Oh man. A long wig, yeah. Cold. I stopped painting. I realized I was cold. So cold. All right, guys. Y'all are awesome. I will see you again this week. I will stream again. All right. They say he was gay, but they say he was gay. He might have been. But I kind of feel like people say a lot of people are gay and they're not. So I don't know. I don't know. QFX, yes. Guys, I'll see ya.